What up, dog?
Above my... Hey.
Hey. Alright, welcome to another episode of Spoiled Up TV, where basically all you watch us do is cut things. We never actually finish projects, we just cut them apart. So, on this episode, as you can guess, we're going to cut things. Okay, so for real, I saved most of the cutting, so you guys didn't have to watch that. Why is it staying out of focus? Quit being out of focus, camera. You turd. Anyway, we cut out more of the floor.
Doesn't like you. It says all you do is cut stuff.
Yeah.
You take videos too.
So, we cut out some more of the floor to fit the fuel cell down in there. So it fits nice and beautiful right now. There's the remainders of the floor. Right now what we're doing is underneath where my dad had widened the car, we are going to move the battery back in here and make like a tray slash possible like little enclosure for it. Make it to where we can stick that battery as far back as we can. Should do pretty well over there. That way we can keep it out of the way, build something on the side to kind of block it off, but ultimately clean up the back, make it look good. That's the goal. So that's what we're doing now. This is my rickety old battery tray I made a long time ago. I think I did it on the channel, so it works. So that's what we're doing now.
We're in stuff and do things.
As you know, as you can tell, we're in a new shop. We got premium space. We've expanded our operations. And yeah, landlord here's not a dick, so this is cool. Here, let me show you this. I think we've looked at this before, but it's getting further along. Some Mark II Supra. Getting a 1J swap. This one is the one, if you remember my video about the control arms, they were working on this thing. So he's got it mostly wired up, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, so we're going to clean up this and show you some progress here in just a second. I know it might seem like it's going to take a while, but it'll be just like snap and you're right back here. So what we have now, we have this side all flattened out, made ready for the battery to go in. Basically, what we're going to do, it's going to sound funky, but we're going to add a floor inside the tray. And then we're going to add a little leg down the back side over there. Mount it in there real nice like. And then we're going to put a bolt in it, but we're also going to weld it to the floor, the tray part. We can just pull the battery out. We've measured it. It's got enough clearance to just get the battery out. So it'll be tucked back there. I think I'm going to make like a little panel that comes down here to hide all that, and for both sides. But we got the fuel cell kind of sort of mounted with vice grips at the moment until we can get it, weld everything in. I got to go grab the welder. But fuel cell is mounted up in there for the most part. So I can't get a good view where you can see, but it's in there real nice like. The list. This is the list of things that I have to do by March 24th. 26th. 26th. So, big long list of things to do by the 26th. It's all doable. It's actually like a lot of this stuff, once you get one thing done, it kind of cascades into the rest. So we're going to finish mounting up the fuel cell. Sorry, the fuel cell. But that's not going to happen until a different day, but it's going to be right after this. So it's going to be like, you're going to see us in like a second, but it's going to actually be like a couple of days. So like, let's go ahead and do that. Oh look, same place you were yesterday.
Oh, yeah, sure enough. I did sleep, I promise.
Did you sleep in there?
No.
Oh.
No, I did not.
Alright, so here's what we got going on. Basically what we're doing now is we're going to make a flange-ish, I guess that's what you call it, around the fuel cell, so that when you set it down in the hole, it just sits on the floor, and then we're going to run bolts through it. We're also going to we're going to take and weld in some sheet metal into like some of the round parts where we had to cut it out to kind of shape it to where it sits in there. It's like kind of a perfect square for the most part. But these are all ready to weld up. Gonna get some welds all the way around it and set it down in there. I know it looks crazy, like tilted, but it's gonna have a little bit of, like a little bit, maybe like 1/8 inch or something like that, inclined to the rear, basically to keep the fuel in the sump at all times. But also the floor in here, and I don't know if it's because of the rake of the car or what, but the floor in here raises, what is it, from the front to the back, it's like what?
1.5 inches?
1.5 inches from the up there to back there. So it looks crazier than it actually is when it's in the car. So yeah, we're gonna get this. We're filling in some of the spots where the wide body is. A lot of people have asked to see how the wide body was done. This is kind of a way to see back in there. It's kind of just Frankenstein stitched together from when my dad did it back in the like early 2000s. So it's kind of just Frankenstein stitched together. See if we can get some more angle of it. Yeah. So you can kind of see how it was done. Not the prettiest thing. Eventually I will make this as nice as I can, but it works. It got the job done and it made the car wide. But we're filling some of the gap that was in there. There's a little bit of gap. Now it's closed off down there anyway. It's like all boxed in, but we did go ahead and fill the seam that didn't have much in it. This side's done.
Jesse can't make it tonight, so you guys are gonna get a little time lapse. Me burning the flange in the cage holding the fuel cell. Enjoy. All right, so brief little time lapse. Show you what we got. Little welding, little grinding. That's the end result. Alright, a lot of grinding. I mean, let's face it. Those little flux core welders are good for what they do. But, you know, they don't replace the nice, fancy machine. But, grinder and paint makes me the welder I ain't. Hang tight. Snapping fingers like Jesse does, you'll see it in the car. Promise. There it is. Back in the car. Kinda the finished product of the flange. Not the finished product.
Ha! We made room. Look, you thought I was joking when I said we expanded operations. We got so much room for activities in here. We're gonna build like bunk beds and like all kinds of stuff. We got a heater. Yeah, and yeah, it's nice. Anyway, this episode brought to you by Menards because we just spent so much money there. Thank you, Menards, for all you do in taking my money out of my wallet. We're gonna continue getting the fuel cell in. Got the battery tray welded in a little bit better than what it was before. Well, it wasn't welded in before, so it's back there. We're gonna make a panel to cover this on each side. We got all kinds of stuff when we were at Menards, and then Josh welded this up and it looks killer. So all this is ready to go. We're gonna seal the gap in there eventually. But yeah, let's go ahead and get it in the car and get to work. Okay, so we got our holes drilled so that we can bolt the fuel cell into the car. These are gonna go underneath it. We're gonna drill holes in this, but that's gonna go underneath it, kind of clamp it down, so it's got something to like kind of sandwich it in and have a super flat spot to bolt to. And we have our templates made to box everything in so that it's square in the back and not whatever shape it was before. So that's where we're at. We're gonna hop on getting the holes drilled in that, get the templates cut out for that, tack those in, because after that we're kind of on a roll, and all we got to do then is, I mean, there's still a lot of, there's not all we got to do, because
Then all we gotta do is everything else.
then all we got to do is everything else. So I didn't get it on camera, but Josh has been warning me to watch out for this drill, because Josh says, because Josh is like, oh, this drill, it'll break your wrist, right? Yeah. Sometimes your wrist is stronger than the drill. There we are. Man, this thing's from like the 80s.
This is an old Milwaukee drill that I've had for a long time.
I guess like you could just hold it here.
Yeah, watch it. There, you know, there's still electricity going to that. Maybe we should unplug it.
That's probably a good idea. But yeah, so rip. It's gone. Bye, drill. Alright. So what we did is we drilled a bunch of holes in these panels that we're gonna weld in for weight reduction. And because Josh told me to.
So where our rosette welds are gonna go.
It was Rosetta Stone, and this will teach you how to be holy on a Sunday, because it's Sunday right now. And now it's all holy. Now the real reason that he explained to me, which makes way lots of sense, all the sense, is we're gonna put that, we're gonna spot weld it through there onto these right here, through the holes, so we can grind it down, get it all cleaned up, and it'll look really fresh here in like 2 seconds. Like literally, you guys see it now, and there we are. Look, see? So now it's all, oh whoa, it got dark. Oh, it's light again. So now it's all spot welded in all the way around the floor, looking professional and stuff. Like I'm not an idiot, because this was totally my idea, and I did this because I'm the smartest person alive. Take that, internet. All right, so we're seam sealing now. I'm gonna end the video here, but let me show you the seam seal. So if you're looking for seam sealer, don't get ripped off. Go buy the silicone latex. Don't go buy the expensive stuff. This is the same stuff. But we're gonna let that set up. I have to go relieve my wife of parenthood duties so that she can go do stuff, and I have to go help my mom. So I have to leave, and we will resume this week. So I'm gonna end the video here and post this soon, and then this same week, man, I'm getting old. I got bags under my eyes. Oh God.
We've been working hard, bro.
How do you get these gone? How do I get that gone? Anyway, yeah, in the video here, I'll get a video up soon. That way I'll have another video by next weekend or something. Kind of get the content rolling. But we did a fair amount in this video. So next we'll be finishing this up with some undercoating, and then get the fuel cell fully mounted in the car, and then we'll be running fuel lines. Should have the injectors back, so we should have the fuel lines ran, injectors back, and then from there getting the dash and the interior put back together, and that's where we're at. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment below, you know, all the stuff that the YouTubers tell you to do, make sure you do it. Or don't if you're dumb. So, yeah. Next time, hopefully this will be fully mounted in that. And instead of Josh being mounted in that, we'll have a fuel cell. Because Josh has gas, but not the kind we need. So, thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. By the way, gonna have some new shirts coming out soon and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you guys later.
Always spay and neuter your pets.
Always spay and neuter your pets. Or else they make Josh.